The teens threw a 6-pound rock off a highway overpass, puncturing the windshield of a passing car, striking White in the head. The driver, Stephen Anther, seeing his friend injured, immediately called 911 for help.
Jeez, what is wrong with this guy? Jesus, this is fucked. That is fucked.
White, a father of 4, engaged to be married, died shortly afterwards at the hospital. The 4 defendants all agreed to plead guilty to manslaughter with one stipulation.
Guys, is there any toes in here? For real? I have to go up beside me. Did we check it?
That they be tried as juveniles, not adults. Judge Joseph Farah is tasked with accepting or rejecting that stipulation.
For like 1 2 minutes.
Judge Farah weighs his decision. Several factors work against the teens, including the fact that for these boys, dropping objects from overpasses was apparently a regular pastime.
There wasn't one event, nor was it done at a single location. The rocks and other items were gathered from other locations, loaded in a truck, and then driven to overpasses to throw them over. Also thrown at other times at other locations: tire irons, a muffler, a shopping cart, a couch. What was the purpose in this game called overpassing? And when did it stop? When somebody was killed.
Additionally, the teens made light of the horrific crime through dozens of heartless Snapchat messages.
51 times the letters LOL, LMAO, or haha appear in the messages, and many after it was learned that they had killed somebody. Lay low for a while and everything will be fine. Only way you get in trouble is if a, and I won't say the word, spelled rats, so you better hope he didn't.
Go back, what happened?
LMA times the letters.
Heartless Snapchat messages.
51 times the letters LOL, LMAO, or haha appear in the messages, and many after it was learned that they had killed somebody. Lay low for a while and everything will be fine. Only way you get in trouble is if a, and I won't say the word, spelled.
Hey Mr. Chair, thanks for all the hard work
so
you do
better
to keep the
hope
streams
he
entertaining.
didn't give in already, or else we're going to the slammer.
As Kenneth White's grieving mother watches from the gallery, Judge Farah announces his decision.
The proposal for juvenile sentencing is rejected.
Once that decision is issued, the 4 defendants withdraw their guilty plea and choose to go to trial. While awaiting trial, 3 of the teens remain in custody without bond, while a 4th, Alexander Miller, is out on $25,000 bond. As for the 5th defendant, Kyle Anger,
they threw a couch?
Who's already pled guilty to second-degree murder, he begins serving his sentence of 39 months to 20 years in a Michigan state prison.
They were all in it together. All of them.
And the shopping cart! What the fuck is on these people?
Next, we head to the S. James Foxman Justice Center in Daytona Beach, Florida.
We are ready to go for the Keandria Cook, Judge. All right, Miss Cook, come on up.
The woman being sworn in is 18-year-old Keandria Cook. Cook's in court today to receive a sentence for using a dating app to set up a robbery that ended with another teen being shot. The teen survived.
What?
Cook has accepted a plea deal that will drop a conspiracy charge, which carried a maximum penalty of life in prison. But counts of carjacking, attempted carjacking with a deadly weapon, and felony battery are still in play.
All right, come on up, Miss Cook. You get to say the final words.
I just want to say that I'm sorry to the people wrong that her son had to get shot. because I didn't even know use communication. Like, my boyfriend and his friends did train me to do this.
30 months xQcOW. Fuck you, chat.
I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I just want to say I asked them for forgiveness as much as I get a chance so I can get out and finish school. And I can put my mama proud.
No thanks.
I want to be her first child to bring home a high school diploma. And I just want to make my mama proud. That's it.
What?
Cook now prepares to hear her sentence.
Why? Do people buy? Guys, I know they have to make statements that are like PR and like written and like kind of smart, but does anybody buy this at all? Do you think that anybody in this room buy that? Because I would not buy it for shit.
Loved ones look on.
Fuck was that?
Ms. Cook, you're before the court.
If you wanna be the first if you get a high school diploma, be the first to get a high school diploma. Don't fucking do carjacking and robberies. What the fuck?
For sentencing, a couple of things going in your favor. One, you didn't hold a firearm during these episodes. The second is that the victim luckily survived. That being said, this was intentional. It was an orchestrated ambush, and you are a main part of that. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and adjudicate you guilty of all 3 charges, sentence you to 20 years in state prison.
Damn. Jesus.
The crying you hear is coming from Cook's mother. The sentence much more severe than they expected.
Charges. All fines and costs for
What'd she do? I think they set up a carjacking and robbery and somebody got shot.
Reactions were so intense because they believed the plea deal meant no prison time.
Oh,
Judge
damn.
Foxman allows her
Wait.
to enter a new plea deal, citing miscommunication between Cook and the assistant public defender. As a result of that new deal,
I think you got good in you, and I think you got potential. Don't lose sight of that.
Cook's sentence is reduced to 11 years in prison. We're now in Washtenaw County Trial Court in Ann Arbor,
11.
Michigan.
opening ceremony.
Why though?
Starts in 10
Your Honor, my
minutes.
client and I have reviewed the pre-sentence report in this matter. We don't find any factual errors.
This is 17-year-old
Yes,
Don.
I'm not gonna have a take on sentences, okay? These are very elaborate things that a lot of people that are very smart and understand certain concepts like the law, like psychology. These are crazy complex things. I'm not gonna have a take on this.
To Wright.
I'm not gonna have a take.
Wright's in court today to receive his sentence for the shooting death of high school student Jordan Klee. He's pled guilty to armed robbery, conspiracy to commit armed robbery, a felony firearm violation, and second-degree murder. As part of the sentencing, a family member makes a victim impact statement.
Does that mean that that's about 5 years if it's good behavior? If they don't fuck up and they do all the programs and whatnot, they can still finish school in the jail and 5 years and they're out. Didn't somebody die in the incident of the carjacking and the robbery?
On behalf of the victim's mother, who's too overcome with emotion to speak.
I sincerely hope that whatever it was you wanted so badly that you felt the need to murder my
survive
son was worth the next at least 52 years of your continued existence. You won't get the luxury of raising your child because you took mine away.
Wright's demeanor during this statement is not what you might expect.
Your actions have led you to a prison cell, but have also created an empty cell that I live in every day. While you can still hope to be released one day, I'll never escape my help. You are still alive.
38 months.
Oh, I saw you smiling and shit, sorry.
You are a whole weird
Thank you,
champ.
Your Honor. We're done.
Wright and his attorney approach the podium.
Your Honor, my client wants to address the court.
Well, of course.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir. Mr. Wright, what would you like to say?
I just want to tell y'all, I'll be home soon. R.I.P. Keon. I love my family.
That's all you got to say.
Really did.
That opportunity could have been used to show remorse to the court for his actions. It wasn't.
You know, I have never in 23 years.
Because I don't know much about church, but I feel like if he did something crazy like that, Would that have really helped in any way?
Ever not accepted a sentence agreement between the parties because it's bargained for, sentenced by the parties, but watching you sit there, smile and laugh and shake your head like this was no big deal, I'm very tempted to just say, I'm not going to accept this sentence agreement. We'll go to trial, and if you're convicted of felony murder, you'll go to prison for the rest of your life. That means you'll die there. That's what I'm tempted to do.
The judge does have the authority to reject
Damn,
the plea deal.
Look at his face. Like, is he bluffing? He didn't.
Mr. Bella, do you want me to accept this sentence agreement?
Your Honor, before I answer the court's question, I would like an opportunity to discuss it with the victim's family.
Okay.
If the court would pass it, I would appreciate it.
I'd be happy to do that. We'll pass this matter.
It's now up to the prosecution to decide whether or not to dismiss the agreement and pursue a trial.
I have had a very lengthy discussion with the victim's mother as well as his grandparents and some family members. They understand that obviously this is the defendant who brutally murdered their son by shooting him in the back of the head. He's shown absolutely no remorse. However, the Glee family does want to move on with this. They want to get some closure from this case. And they want to try and forgive this defendant, even though all of his actions for what he did. And they are asking, as well as the people, that you proceed with the sentencing.
Okay.
Wright has another opportunity to address the court, this time through his attorney.
Your Honor, my client asked me to apologize to the court. His smiling was in no way meant as disrespectful either to the family, to the victim, or to this court.
Through his attorney?
My client is 17
Come
years
on,
old.
man.
He has some emotional problems, and frankly was scared. And some people display fear by smiling. He really meant no disrespect. He does take this very seriously, and I think he does feel bad about it.
The judge accepts the sentencing agreement, which puts him behind bars for 25 to 52 years.
I'm sorry for, acting immature on the road. I understand that, being on the road, you do have other people's lives in your hand, and, I should have thought about that.
When defendant Cyrus Matthews was there on misdemeanor charges stemming from a road rage case.
As well as is there any way that we can reverse this jail time?
Well, you're going to have to go to jail.
Huh?
If you need to get out to attend the hearing, we can consider it.
Road rage?
Okay, right now you're going to go to jail, right? Okay? So you have to go to jail.
Where is he going?
Hey, call the police. Have him charged with escape, felony escape if he doesn't get back in this court.
No shot, dude. What?
Matthews' girlfriend follows him out. There seems to be a moment of hesitation here on Matthews' part.
No, he already did what he did.
It's the bailiff trying to reason with him, explaining that his escape will lead to felony charges. To no avail.
Huh? What?
Now, Wadsworth police take over.
She got to the car with him. What the why though?
He was sentenced to jail and took off.
Matthews is way ahead, reaching speeds of up to 90 miles an hour. Officer James Walzer's receiving updates.
I saw him turn north onto Lyman from Maple. He was in an older gray four-door vehicle.
Toes?
28, he's not. He's
Toes, okay?
running red lights at Hartman. Passing on the right at Williams Reserve. My speed's 90, trying to catch up. Wadsworth, I think we're going to have a code 2. We're going to have a code 2 at Akron, 76.
Matthews has crashed into a white SUV, seen just off the road there.
Where's he at?
That's Matthews' car there.
All right, we're gonna have multiple vehicles, airbag deployment. Ma'am, are you okay?
That is.
Okay.
The passengers are a couple and their infant child.
He's okay. All right, we got squads coming.
Thankfully, they have non-life-threatening injuries.
Ashley, help them get out. Help them get out. He's up here.
Oh, what
Officer
the
Walzer
fuck,
hustles
dude?
over towards Matthews' car across the road.
Man, dude, I would mention these guys are okay, man, so they go to fucking jail for a long ass time. Jesus Christ, man. That is fucked. Dude, this is uncomfortable to watch, to be honest.
You can hear that Matthews realizes he's made a truly horrible decision.
What was going on? Why were you taking off?
Because they're trying to lock me up for 90 days and I have a whole life.
So what happened?
What did he say?
Horrible decision.
What was going on? Why were you taking off?
Because they're trying to lock me up for 90 days and I have a whole life.
So what happened?
Huh?
Why?
Matthews and his girlfriend are extracted by the Wadsworth Police Department and taken to the hospital. Matthews is charged with aggravated felonious assault for injuring his girlfriend and the occupants of the other vehicle. He's sentenced to 425 days in jail. His girlfriend is not charged.
That's it!
Joining me now is the bailiff that you saw there on that video. Sharon Ray, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate
Wait, how the fuck?
it.
Thank you.
What were you saying to him to try to get him not to leave?
Dan, what we were trying to say is just don't make a permanent decision based on...
Wait a minute. He fucked the court up? He escaped it? Then, while trying to escape, he was reckless evading like a maniac, and he almost killed people and his girlfriend while committing a crime. How is this not like combined together as like a year?
And I told him if he went back into the courtroom, it was going to be okay. But a felony follows you for life, and that's going to dramatically change your life.
For a second there, it looked like you'd convinced
I feel like you would get more than a year for just walking out.
It looked like you'd convinced him to go back to the courtroom.
I thought I had him. But the girlfriend came out of the courtroom, and when she did, he said, "Come on, let's go," and she followed him. And I remember saying to her, if you care for him at all, you'll get him back in there. And they didn't stop. They ran for the car and took off.
Why was it such a bad idea for him to run?
Because he would have gone to jail for 60 days, and because of what he did, he ended up being convicted of aggravated felonious assault, and he went to jail for 425 days.
He probably wishes that he had listened to you.
I think he does. I wish he'd listened to me, too.
No,
was his girlfriend injured?
She was injured. She was in the car with him. I believe they did use the jaw of life to get her out, and she did have some surgeries. I have not kept up on where she is now or what she's doing.
You don't know.
What is that? The
I was
jaw
just
of
going to ask you,
life?
do you know if they're still together?
I do not. I do not. I'm sure it put a dent in the relationship.
Is that the item?
Thanks for being a fan of court.
Is that like the item that like squeezes the things open, like the firefighter
Hello,
item?
Mr. Cow, I thought you would enjoy this video.